Hello and welcome to the Quibber channel. I am Jason, your host. Let's talk about the Quingo. You've heard me talk about my mobility scooter quite a lot. It's an unusual scooter because it has 5 wheels. It is very powerful, fast, it is road legal. It has all the things that you need for that. And this is basically what one will do. The seat is absolutely fucking amazing. It's one of the most comfortable seats I've ever sat in. It's more comfortable than my gaming chair. It's fully adjustable, both width and height and so on. And it's an amazing piece of kit. The only thing wrong with mine at the moment is the connector. The connectors fell off inside for the back running lights. It has running lights LED on the front and the back. Now, unfortunately, the rear facing ones are not connected, and because I've got the canopy on mine, it actually makes it almost, well, not impossible, but it'd be such a major job to open it up and reconnect that connector. I will do it at some point in time. Unlike most mobility scooters, it has 3 front wheels and 2 back. It's classed as a 5-wheel personal mobility vehicle. Class EN 12184, Class B. Intended use, pavement and road. Maximum speed, 10.5 miles per hour. Where permitted, yes, this can go up to 10.5 miles an hour, but on the UK roads, it's limited to 8 miles an hour, and on pavement, 4 miles an hour. It can carry capacity of 220 kilograms, which is quite massive. It has a 640 watt motor, which is 4-pole, I believe. Got a range of up to 55 miles. Has 200 amp batteries, and it can climb a 4-inch curb. It's pretty much an amazing piece of kit. It's turning. That's the canopy that I have on it. That is the canopy. As you can see, this canopy is not like some canopies which are just material over the top of a cover and so on. This material is bolted to the frame, to the steel frame of the vehicle. It's more like a freaking crash thingy. I am not the most subtle person in one of these vehicles. So yeah, this is really good for all weathers. It's my mobile safe space, and it's amazing. Let's see if we can get a better look. Right, there's the front. That's a good look at it. Now, the 2 outer wheels are on a pivot. Basically, the central wheel is always connected to the pavement, to the road. But the outer wheels are on a pivot so that only when you turn are they needed. This gives you the mobility of a 3-wheel scooter and the stability of a 4-wheel scooter. So yeah, so if you turn left, one side will turn, and that they are. It's very, very good the way it all works together. I've got the camera system built into the rear facing camera, so I've removed my 2 mirrors from it because I don't need a mirror to see behind me because I have a digital camera. I've taken it lots of different places. All of the wheels are supposed to be up to 35 psi, which is unusual for one of these because sometimes the main wheels are 35 and the others are different. It has a turning circle that is just about within its length, so it can literally turn on its own axis, which is pretty amazing for a vehicle like this. It's made such a difference to me. You can get heated handlebar grips for it, but I don't need those. It has a small 12-volt car type socket that you can plug things into, but I've got a USB adapter on that, which gives me 2 USB ports, which means I can keep my camera, the camera I do my vlogs with when I'm out, connected up all the time and keep it going pretty much permanently. My only limitation is really the actual memory card inside my camera. I use a DJI camera, a DJI 4 action cam. This has indicators and everything, and when it's on the road I always turn the full lights on anyway. I am very much impressed with it. The batteries are in okay condition. I'll see how much the weather has affected them. I might go on a long run tomorrow, I don't know. If I do, it's going to be to probably somewhere like Bentley, which is where I used to live a long time ago, because that has a few places where I can really let the motor go. The motor is amazing in it. Now I'm going to bring up the actual main so you can see here. Okay, so now it does go above 8 miles an hour. Mine goes close to 10 miles an hour if I let it loose completely. It also has something called regenerative braking, which means every time I slow down, a little bit of that kinetic movement energy is transferred back into electrical energy and sent back to the batteries. This means that it can go further than you would normally expect it. I'll scroll down for this. So yeah, the seat is amazing, as I've said before. Suspension on it is very good. Let's just zoom in a bit. Right, so let me just move it across there so you can see that better. There. So, as you can see, this is the main little hood, little steering mechanism here. Of course, on the left and the right side, you've got indicators for left and right. You've got a horn. You've got the lights. You've got a hazard. You've got a green button, allows you to turn it from sprint to tortoise. Basically, if you put it on the lowest setting, the max speed it will go is about 4 or 5 miles an hour. That's for when you've got it on the actual pavement. The pot over here basically is a throttle of sorts. Well, like a gradual thing. So basically I can turn it to tortoise, which is the slowest one with the slowest version, which has a maximum of 6 miles an hour. But then I can turn this knob and take it further towards the tortoise here, and it will limit the speed even more. Like when I go into a shop, I turn it down to the point where the maximum speed, even if I pulled on the throttle all the way, it would only go 2.5 miles an hour, which is a very good thing to be able to do when you're inside a shopping centre or inside a shop, and that when you're moving about. 2.5 miles an hour is good enough. You don't want to turn it up any higher. This also means that when I'm on the pavement, I can turn on the tortoise and then turn it, say, 75%, and I will be limited to the legal 4 miles an hour on the pavement. Of course, when I turn on road, I turn it to max. I swing it all the way to the max, to the hair, because even when I'm crossing a road, as a friend of mine was out there with me one day and saw me doing it, this thing will go straight up to its maximum speed of 8 miles an hour, very, very fast. And when I'm crossing a road from one side to the other, I always like to cross the road as fast as possible in this. And this can go up to full speed and back down to 0 really fast. It has a manual brake, but I have only ever had to use it once in all the time I've had it. It has automatic braking system, which is brilliant. Basically, it has a lever. Okay, if you think this is the lever, and my hand's on one side and the other, and it's centered there, so I can use this with either hand or singular hand. It's like, so I pull on this side towards me, and the vehicle will accelerate. Now it's a touch sensitive one, so I could use a finger, I could use a thumb, or I could use more to do it, but that's personal choice. If I want to go in reverse, I can push this side forward, or I can pull down with the other side. And it self-centers whenever I let go. And as soon as the acceleration is turned off, the second I stop going forward, it applies the brakes, the automatic electric brakes, and they are freaking amazing. They are. So that's another safety feature. As you can see, it's got a bumper on the front, which is to protection and things like that. Here you're seeing the rear of it and the actual easy ride, I think sure ride or easy ride suspension. Smooth drive, sorry, I should have read it. Smooth drive suspension, which is a really good system. What else? Oh, SP65 in the centre is showing you the rear facing camera. This means basically I can always know if there's a car coming up behind me, or anything like that. The chair itself, I've got a bigger thingy on the front, a bigger basket on the front than this one. I've got a larger basket on the front. So there you have it, the Quingo. This vehicle is one of the most expensive ones you can buy. There is more expensive, but it's one of the... To buy something like this new, you're talking about £8,000. You can get a car for that. You can get a... Yeah, £8,000. So how the hell was I able to afford it? Well, I bought mine second hand and I got a really good deal because I had a mobility scooter before this one, so I got an amount of money off the actual one that I got. The one that I got was for a 2021 model. It had hardly been used. It was in very good condition. I've run it for over 600 miles now. I've done over 600 miles of travel with it around Stoke-on-Trent. And I'm really amazed at how good it is. Just a bit of more details on it. So this is what, when you see me out there, this is what I'm on. It's my mobile safe space. I have with it full breakdown cover, basically. Remember, I don't function away from my safe spaces and that. The only way I function away from my safe spaces is if I've got someone with me holding my hand. My brain can very easily become catatonic. So having something like this that I can rely on, I can ring a number if it breaks down and they will come out to me and get me back home. And it's changed my life. For almost 4 years, actually almost 5 years actually, since Paola died, I only left the house to go to the hospital for CT scans and to the bank once and a couple of other places. And every time I did this, it wrecked me. I tried many things. I tried augmented reality. I tried VR. I tried so many things to be able to leave the house, and all of them worked, but they were so exhausted. I have to plan days ahead. Now, with this, and this being my mobile safe space, I can leave my house any time on this. As long as it's not so on, I've got to be sensible. And I'm very lucky to have the kind of freedom that I never thought I would have. Sorry, my brain's just thinking how happy I am about it. So yeah. So this, when you see me out on the mobility scooter, that's what I'm on. Because the camera's always facing out the front, you never see the actual vehicle I'm on. But this thing has gone up hills that I didn't know anything would be able to go up. It's been places that I definitely didn't think I'd go. And it can go inside a shop. It can go through the checkout system in a store. I have so much freedom with this vehicle. And this year, like I said, I'm going to visit all the different towns. Anyway, so this is Jason for the Queb channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day.